Today we will practice learning to be more and more quiet and still inside our body. Many a time what happens is when we go inside the body, we notice some problem, some sensation, some difficulty. So we are sincere and we do whatever we know at this point of time. That is important. That effort is important. But however, we also stir up or make the whole process more noisy than what is needed. So today our practice, in whatever way it unfolds, is to be able to go into the body and understand that there is at any point of time two vibrations that is flowing through our body. One is the vibrations of falsehood, including the illnesses, the problems, the pains. They show up like that. So if we believe too much in it, if we keep even working on it too much by effort, they just stir inside. They create a certain noise inside, which cuts us away from another vibration or a higher consciousness that is flowing in the matter itself. Now that higher consciousness of truth, which is flowing in our body, it's not because of our sadhana. It is happening by itself. And that is the solution. But we are not able to see it because we are very active all the time whenever we do body work through our efforts. So I will read a quote now from Mother's Agenda. We may not understand it, and I will not reread it also. I will put it later on in the morning. Just hear the words and we'll move into practice with that. When you stir water, it's no longer transparent. It creates ripples, and those ripples prevent the water from being transparent. You can no longer see through it. It's the same thing in the body. When you are calm, quiet, and vast, everything becomes limpid. And in that limpidity, you can see very clearly, decide very clearly. Everything works out and things organize themselves. You don't even need to intervene. The entire universe moves forward with fantastic speed and in perfect immobility. A luminous immobility moving forward with fantastic speed. And in that immobility, there is perfect transparency, and the problem does not exist. The solution precedes the problem. We bow down to the consciousness behind this quote and we move into practice of increasing stillness inside our body. Connect to your body Go into your body and begin to deeply observe, but don't put any practice today. Just deeply observe, and you're quiet. You're not intervening with anything. You're just with whatever is there in your body. You will have sensation, vibration, pain, joy. Notice the hurry in us to set things right in our body. What we appear, what we observe is part of the falsehood most of the times, and we want to correct it, merely tinkering with these vibrations. So learn now. I'll be quiet for 5 minutes. Pass through your body, deeply observe. Notice the tendency to intervene, and taking the help of the divine, ask the divine to teach us how to be immobile, how to be still inside the body. Immobile or being silent does not mean we block our sensations or we cut off from what is happening in the body. That's not the point. It is simply allowing all of that to open up, but we are not interfering. This is also not passive. You clearly understand that what you're observing is part of the false vibrations and falsehood, and you choose to be quiet. And even in becoming still or learning to become immobile, we don't have to hurry or put effort. If you're sufficiently and selflessly loving the divine, we will be taught, or rather, they will do it for us. But we have to choose by not hurrying into anything, but just aspiring to be more silent, more immobile, in a very active way. As you're learning or you're being taught to be more still and immobile, without pushing or putting effort, we also start aspiring to go over to the other side in the same point in the body, wherever you are, which would mean, from the quote that we read, there is another new consciousness that is flowing at super fast speed, a luminous immobility that is flowing like that. It is there in the matter itself. It's got nothing to do with our sadhana. It is there in the matter itself. So the moment we touch that consciousness, the pains and the difficulties and the stiffness, the rigidity in the body will not be there at that time. But this we cannot do by effort alone, but by aspiration and an increasing surrender. I'll be quiet for some time now. Keep relaxing the effort, because we want to remember that it is from the stillness that we can go to the second step. So by going to the second step, if we lose the stillness, it will not work. So we are quiet and really listen by surrendering, really observe by surrendering, to touch that new vibration in the matter that is flowing, that luminosity that is flowing. A luminous immobility moving forward with fantastic speed. And in that immobility, there is perfect transparency, and the problem does not exist. The solution precedes the problem. It is that consciousness that we are aspiring now to fall into or touch by the grace of the divine. The best state to be in is I don't know how to do it, but I have absolute certitude or an absolute faith that it will be done, or the divine will put the way. But I don't know at all how to do it. That's the best state to be in. But we don't go passive and blank. We are actively allowing ourselves to become more and more still, more and more immobile, and aspiring to touch that new consciousness in matter. We are fully conscious and observing minutely all that is present. Remember not to block anything, not to suppress anything, but to minutely observe by taking the posture of still immobility and remembering that these are part of the false vibrations and aspiring to pass through and touch the new vibration where everything just flows. We are at the end of our time. You continue the practice as long as you can.